Okay, this last one takes a couple of steps, so let's take it bit by bit. Gross profit per year for the power company. It tells us the power company is able to sell electricity at $50 per 500 kilowatt hours. They pay a wholesale price of $5 per 1,000 cubic feet. So the first thing we need to do is look at the beginning. We need to know how much money the power plant makes. So in order to do that, we need the profit. So that's $50. Let's see. So we want money per year. So we're looking for money per year. All right. So let's just start with the number we got. They just gave us $50 per 500 kilowatt hours. All right. We know that we've got the money on top, so that's good. We don't want kilowatt hours on top, but we need to know how much electricity gets produced. So if we go back to the beginning, we see that they produce 15 million kilowatt hours per day. We can use that number. So times 15 million kilowatt hours. Well, at this point, I'm just going to put it in scientific notation for you. So 15 times 10 to the 6 kilowatt hours per day. That's going to get rid of my kilowatt hours. And now I have to get from days to years. So 1 day, 365 days in 1 year. That gets rid of days. So that's the unit I want, dollars per year. And now let me show you some tricks with doing the math. Okay, these two have a 0 in common. You can lose the 0. This 5 times 15 is, I'll just put it right here, 75. 5 times 15 is 75. I divide that by 50, and I'm going to get, what is that? Let me see if I can figure that out. Head real quick. 75 divided by 50, that's 1.5. So you've got, on top, you've got 1.5, so this turns into 1.5, and you times it by 365, and we do the math, 1.5 times 365, you get 547.5, and then there's our times 10 to the 6th, times 10 to the 6th dollars per year. So that's how much money gets made per year. That's their gross profit that they bring in. But that's not the end, because they want to know what, they need to know what else comes out. And that's why they give us this wholesale number. So they tell us that they pay a wholesale price of $5 per 1,000 cubic feet of natural gas. So the next thing we need to know is how much natural gas do they use? So we can go back, and there's our number with how much natural gas, this is at the end of B, per hour, so we can start there. 8.125 times 10 to the 6th cubic feet per hour. And then we are going to want to get that over to years, because what we're looking for here is we're looking for our, I should have done that first, but cubic feet of methane, which is our natural gas per year. All right, so we need to get to years. So 24 hours in a day, and now 365 days in a year. So that leaves us with our cubic feet of methane, or natural gas, per year, which is the right unit that we want. And you do that math, and it comes out to about 7.1 times 10 to the, I moved that, well, let's not do it that way, that's going to mess you up. This would be more like about 710 times 10 to the 8th cubic feet of methane per year. So now we know how much money they made, and we know how much methane they used. All right, next step. So that's how much gas, and it told us before that they pay a wholesale of $5 per 1,000 cubic feet of natural gas. So I've got my number here, 7.1 or 710 times 10 to the 8th cubic feet per year. All right, and then I know that it's $5 per 1,000 cubic feet of methane, so my cubic feet go away, and this will give us a good this will give us an idea of the dollars per year that they paid, and then you do the math there, and then you end up with 356 million. So 356 times 10 to the 6th dollars per year. So now we've got two very useful numbers. We've got the amount of money they made, and we've got their cost in gas. So if we come down here, we can do one last piece of math, taking both of those numbers. I take my 547.5 times 10 to the 6 dollars per year, and I've got my 356 times 10 to the 6 dollars per year. This is what they brought in. This is what they paid out. You do a little subtraction, and then you end up with about 1.92 times, or 192, or 191.5 times 10 to the 6 dollars per year profit, or about $192 million per year. So that one just took, so that one just took a lot of steps to get there. Really got to walk your way through it. Last part, what environmental effect might the production of electricity through the burning of natural gas pose? If you're combusting any kind of fossil fuel, you're going to produce CO2, and the more CO2 in the atmosphere, it's a greenhouse gas, and that is going to increase global warming. So, written out, combustion of natural gas produces carbon dioxide. CO2 is a greenhouse gas. And it's always good to lay out what they do. That traps heat in the atmosphere. That traps heat in the atmosphere. Therefore, the more natural gas combustion, the more CO2, and increased global warming. Voila. So I took a fair amount of time going through this because I wanted to make sure that you can go back and look at this and understand all of the steps. With questions, please ask me when I get back to class. Good luck. Just do more of these and keep on working through them one bit at a time.